Inglewood, Tennessee. Could this be the place for you to buy your next home? Hey, I'm AnnRileyCaldwell, not your ordinary agent, and today we're going to explore what is awesome about Inglewood, Tennessee in order to try to help you decide if this is a place that you would love to live in or buy an investment property. So come with me. Let's go on a quick tour. Inglewood, I think, is awesome. There is a debate. Some people will say that Inglewood is part of East Nashville. Some people will say Inglewood is a separate part of the Nashville area and not part of East Nashville. But anyway, I love Inglewood because the location, I think, is great if you're trying to stay close to downtown Nashville, but you don't want to be in downtown Nashville. You can also check out my video about East Nashville. It is a neighborhood literally just on the other side of the Cumberland River from Nashville. You can see Nashville. You can go over several bridges from East Nashville over to downtown. And Inglewood is a little bit further out Gallatin Road. It is before you get to Madison, Tennessee. If you're looking for Inglewood, Tennessee, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find information about it because it's a neighborhood. So it's not officially called Inglewood. It's called Nashville, Tennessee. The primary zip code, though, is 37216. So we're going to focus on looking at some things in that particular zip code and kind of give you an idea of what that neighborhood looks like. I'm also going to give you some updated real estate statistics about that neighborhood, and then we're just going to kind of go from there. So once you're leaving East Nashville heading towards Madison, Tennessee, you're going to be traveling. The main road is going to be Gallatin Road. Up and down Gallatin Road, it's going to be very similar to what you saw in East Nashville. There are a ton of local businesses. Many of those local businesses have been there for decades. You're going to see a lot of fast food places, Cookout, KFC. There's just a number of things, Sonic. As you're going through that East Nashville / into Inglewood neighborhood, there's going to be Kroger grocery stores. There's just a normal commercial things that you would normally see. In Inglewood, I love it because even though it has a little bit of diversity when it comes to real estate, it really is known for its three plus bedroom homes with larger lots. So if you want to be close to Nashville and you want a little bit bigger yard than definitely what you usually find in East Nashville, Inglewood is going to be a great choice for you. You also are very close to interstates. You're just down the street from a Home Depot where the interstate feeds in from downtown Nashville. If you go basically, quote, back down Gallatin Road and go through East Nashville, you're going to come to the main interstate that runs throughout downtown, and you're going to be able to go in any direction, north, south, east, or west from that area. So you're really, really close. So it is super convenient. There will be buses that go up and down Gallatin Road. If you're looking for alternative transportation methods, obviously many people drive because of the location. It's just easy to hop on Gallatin Pike in particular and take off in any direction that you need to go into. So when you get into the actual neighborhoods, a lot of the homes there are older. A lot of the homes there are what I would consider slightly bigger compared to East Nashville and a lot of parts of Madison, Tennessee. That will be just the next city that you pretty much come to when you are leaving the Inglewood area and going away from downtown Nashville. And I love that whole neighborhood. I actually have bought a house over there and rehabbed and flipped it a few years ago. It was a very successful decision, and it's something that you could take a look at doing for any of the houses that haven't been recently updated and rehabbed in that neighborhood. There are some of the homes that actually have basements, which there are a lot of neighborhoods in Nashville where finding basements is very difficult, so that is an option there. And a few of the things that we're going to do is look at some recent statistics here in the September 2023 timeframe when I'm making this video, so that you can get a feel for what the real estate market is doing in that neighborhood. And we're also going to just take a few other looks at some information that can help you decide whether or not Inglewood could be the place for you. We're going to take a look at listing count, so the total number of homes. We take a look at that in August of 2023, kind of hit a high here since July. Comparing July July 2022 to August of 2023, you've got 163 homes that are either active or pending, which means they're under contract, but they have not closed yet. Also, this orange line, if you want to take a look, is just the national average so that you can compare what's going on in Inglewood to the entire nation. If you look at the next slide, you've got active listing count. These are number of homes actively for sale, and it does not include pending listings. So you have 133 homes currently on the market, which is also a high compared to the last year. For new listing counts, these are the newly added homes for sale during the month, and you'll see that number is 56. It is not the highest, it's about normal for that area if you take a look over the last year. The pending listing count, which are homes that have accepted contracts on them, are 28. So you see that that number is lower than what it has been in quite a while, and it's one of the lowest numbers in the last year. If you look at the median listing price, that has gone down from a high of $669,975 to $618,800. If you look at the median listing price per square foot, it has gone down from a high of $344 down to $333. $333 though, if you look at the chart, I mean, it's pretty typical if you take out the highs and the three lows that you see. So it's not too far off what it would normally be in Inglewood over the course of the last year. If you look at median days on market, these are the number of days that a home is on the market from the time it initially goes active to the time it closes. So you'll see 46, which looks to be high, but honestly 46 is not bad. Some of these numbers that are way lower, 32 and below, are kind of anomalies. Most things don't necessarily list and close that quickly. If you look at for loans, people who are financing their homes with a loan, I mean, we typically are looking at about 30 days once you go under contract, let alone the number of days that it was listed prior to getting a contract on it. So even though that's the second highest number, it's not really that many days. Number of homes with price reductions is the largest it has been at 86. So I want to talk about that for just a second. With price reductions, most of the time what we're seeing is people have overpriced their homes. It can be an indication that the market is slowing down a little bit and that home prices are coming down a little bit. That is also not unusual as interest rates rise. A lot of times prices decrease to some degree, but really I think with this, a lot of home sellers are looking at what they could have gotten for their homes several months ago, even a year plus ago, and want to be aggressive in their pricing, which if you're selling your home, we can discuss the pros and cons of that. But one of the cons of that is you're going to have to reduce the price of your home over time in order to get it in line with the current market if you overpriced it to begin with. And then we look at the next slide, the median square footage of the homes that are for sale in the Inglewood area is 1,856 square feet. We see that varies just a little bit. It shows that most of the homes that sell in Inglewood are between about 1,700 and a little over 2,000 square feet for the median square footage. So there's not a massive difference going on in Inglewood, but just a little bit. So months of inventory is our final slide to take a look at. And this tells us a lot. We always want to know months of inventory, both for the buyer side and the seller side. And Inglewood right now is sitting at 2.5 months, which is very close to its peak, obviously, of 2.7 months. Again, not a huge difference when you're talking about a week or two, but at the low we saw in August of 2022 is only 1.1 months. So things were flying off the shelf back then. 2.5 months coming out of the market that we've been used to is quite a bit, but overall 6 months signifies a truly neutral market where houses would normally sit on the market for about 6 months. That is a true buyers and sellers have about even negotiating power. Everything is sort of, if you're on a seesaw, everybody is equal, straight across from each other for the most part. So anything less than 6 months still leans towards being a seller's market. Obviously, the lower the number, then the more leverage a seller has in negotiations and in pricing and all of that. When you get above 6 months, then it definitely switches to a buyer's market where buyers have all the leverage and, able to negotiate better deals most of the time from a pricing standpoint, from a seller helping them with some of their closing costs or all of their closing costs, buyer expenses, as I call them. So when you look at all this and put this together, you see, the median list price is going down a little bit. Sellers probably being a little too aggressive in listing their homes at an initial purchase price. So as a buyer's agent, we definitely want to run comps and see what's really going on in the market, what's closed in the last 1 to 3 months, in order to determine whether or not a current home is technically, quote, overpriced, and keep an eye on interest rates, keep an eye on activity, because it is a super shifting market right now. Almost it feels like week to week, let alone month to month. So that's why having a real estate professional who can help you know what's going on in Middle Tennessee in specific areas, who can run detailed information, run comps for you, be able to help you price your home correctly if you're selling it, help you make a good offer that's likely to be accepted, and if it's contingent on appraisal, is likely to appraise. All those things are very important, which is why we look at these market stats. Now, if we switch over real quick to niche.com, I always like to go here just to sort of get a little bit more information about the neighborhood itself, sort of how it rates in different categories, a little bit about the population. You're definitely going to want to skip the real estate median home value and median rent, because I'm not sure where they got that from. We just saw the real statistics that we went over, but the other information on here I would say is usually pretty valid. When you're looking at Inglewood 37216 zip code, the public schools get a C+. There are a lot of magnet schools in around Middle Tennessee that you may want to check out and close to that area that could offer some alternatives, as well as other typical alternatives that you would be aware of. But public schools, it says C+. I encourage you to go to greatschools.org and other websites similar to that to get more information on public schools. Nightlife is an A-. This is because I'm sure it's very, very close to downtown Nashville. There's also several smaller venues and restaurants with music and lots of things going on in East Nashville. You've got diversity as an A-, weather B-, health and fitness B, commuting B+, housing B-, good for families B, jobs B+, cost of living C+, outdoor activities B+. The population in 37216 is just under 20,000 people. Here is a map of Inglewood. And again, some people actually divide Inglewood into Inglewood and North Inglewood. I like this map because it combines the two of them together, which I think is the best way to sort of visualize Inglewood. You can see the river running here with Briley Parkway on the other side. So that's where you're going to cross over, and you're going to be more in the Opryland area. And if you go north, sort of northeast, you're going to be in Madison. If you're going up 65, if you're going down 65, you can see the interstates on this map that are going to run close and separate basically East Nashville from downtown Nashville. If you look at the rankings for most diverse zip codes in Tennessee, Inglewood 37216 ranks number 63 out of 299. Best zip codes to live in all of Tennessee, it ranks number 69 out of 299. And best zip codes for families in Tennessee, it ranks 127 out of 298. And if you want to get really excited, you can look at best zip codes to live in all of America. It ranks 4,455 out of 13,896. So doing some quick math, I would say it's in the top third. Most diverse zip codes in America, it ranks 5,862 out of 13,904. And for best zip codes for families in America, it ranks 7,374 out of 13,891 zip codes. So it's kind of pretty much right there close to the middle. So just some fun extra little facts there. Residence diversity, you get an A-. Median household income, slightly above the national average, not by a lot, is $70,728. You can look at more information here on niche.com about the residents and demographics in Inglewood. If you like golf and you live in the 37216 zip code, some golf courses close by include Two Rivers Golf Course, Benny Links Golf Course, Shelby Golf Course, Hermitage Golf Course, Country Hills Golf Course, the Gaylord Springs Golf Links, and the Riverside Golf Links. If you love parks, you love walking, you love chilling out, you love grilling, there are several parks in and around the Inglewood area. You have Two Rivers Park, the Isaac Litton Metro Park, Eastland Park, Loch 2 Park, Cleveland Park, Two Rivers Dog Park, and then also close by you've got Shelby Park and Madison Park. Make sure you check out my video about Shelby Park and Shelby Bottoms. It's a really great place. Again, right next door in East Nashville. Hey, thank you for going with me on this neighborhood tour in Inglewood, Tennessee. If you have any questions about buying a home or selling a home in Inglewood or any other areas in Middle Tennessee, be sure to reach out to me, AnnRileyCaldwell, not your ordinary agent. I do some unique, out of the ordinary things when it comes to helping my buyer clients and my seller clients, and I would love to talk to you about that more. You can call me at 615-930-0313. You can go to my website, notyourordinaryagent.com. There's multiple ways to get a hold of me available on my website, as well as all of my social media links. Can't wait to talk to you and help you accomplish your real estate goals.